Profile from either 2018 or 2021, depending on where you look. Is this movie about a journalist who gets recruited into a terrorist organization through Facebook worth watching? Status? It's complicated. Theme song.
Calhoun's Reviews! Calhoun's Reviews!
All right, I hope you enjoyed that introduction where I did it in Profile. If you want to watch Profile, check the links in the description below. Profile, it's either from 2018 or 2021, depending on, like IMDb says 2020, so it's 2018. Other places say 2021. It's by Timur Bekmambetov. I'm butchering that, I'm sure. This is one of his screen life movies, like Unfriended and Searching. And the deal is, it's kind of like found footage but the footage is all from a phone or a laptop or things like that. So you see, the story is told through, Skype calls or Facebook in this case, text messaging, where people write their diaries and things like that. I really liked Unfriended. I thought Searching was great. So I was kind of curious about this movie and see how they tell this story. So Profile is allegedly a true story of a journalist who created an online persona of a Western woman who converted to Islam, and this journalist was trying to get recruited to join ISIS through social media. Now, I say allegedly because it is an adaptation of an actual book. The book was in French. This is set in England. But I say allegedly because the author of the book is anonymous. And so there's no actual proof that the author actually did any of this stuff. So take it with a grain of salt. But the story remains the same. Our main character is Amy Whitaker as a journalist. She creates a persona of Melody, and we see how she looks up stories of other young women who had been recruited into ISIS and were sort of encouraged to go to the Middle East, Syria, Afghanistan, and unfortunately almost all met with bad endings. And so we see the screen of her Googling those things and copying and pasting elements of their story to use for her fake background. And she posts to Facebook, and within minutes, somebody from ISIS is responding to her fake character. And this guy he's in Syria fighting with radical Islamicists. And oddly enough, the actor who plays the terrorist guy is Clem Fandango.
Hi, Stephen. This is Clem Fandango. Can you hear me?
Who the fuck are you?
Clem's with us for a few weeks on work experience.
Can you hear me, Stephen?
Yeah, I can hear you, Clem Fandango.
Yes, I can hear you, Clem Fandango, from Toast of London. So that was funny. So like Searching, like Unfriended, the film does a good job of using the form, giving context. We see Amy as she's typing notes. We see how she's looking things up. We see her Skyping and FaceTiming and things like that. Sure, it's a little bit convenient, and I was definitely waiting for her to slip up and give this terrorist some of her real name or things like that. It does seem a little dated now, even though it was at least 2018 and this was a thing that was in the news. These fears of people getting seduced by terrorists online really seems quaint now. It's like, why would they go halfway around the world when they could just be abducted by someone else? And COVID. So it's like, why can't they just stay at home and listen to conservative cable and get radicalized that way? And the movie also is dangerously close to being racist in its depiction of people from the Middle Eastern descent. And of course, dealing with people, terrorists, people, members of ISIS. But then early on, she's going to have her first Skype call with this guy. The outlet she works for sets her up with the tech guy, and the tech guy happens to be of Middle Eastern descent. And Amy, the journalist, she freaks out. It's like, oh my God, how do I know this is not a thing? How do I know this is not a plot? How do I know he's not a terrorist?
Why would she choose him of all fucking people? Yes.
Amy, his mother's lived in England for 30 years.
You know who else was born here, Vic? The terrorist I'm about to speak to.
It's like, really? And I was, a little bit of spoilers here, I was really waiting for her fears to come true. They don't. Good. But it says a lot more about her, that character, that she would do that. And the movie, Amy, her relationship with the terrorist becomes more and more unbelievable. She's having trouble with her real-life boyfriend, and so even though there's no evidence she believes in the terrorist cause, we see her start to open up to him and reveal things. And it's like, you know this guy's a terrorist. The whole point is you're monitoring this because you think that he is basically catfishing people, women. Why are you having any sympathetic feelings for him? Why are you having any romantic feelings for him at all? Anyway, I'll say the use of technology is actually pretty good. And it's a little out there, but it's way more accurate than any computer usage or hacking we see in nearly any mainstream movie or TV show. So I give the movie credit for that. I enjoyed the movie. It's not perfect. It's not, but it is certainly entertaining. If you like these type of movies, I say see it. 3 thumbs up. Searching for something? It isn't as good as that, but don't unfriend it. Profile. Yeah.